Hello and happy Wednesday. Today on the Busy Bride podcast, you are joined by special guest Josh, my fiancé, and we're doing another series of the wedding planning series that we're doing. Together, going over each step in our wedding planning process, and today we're covering our venue that we love so very much, and we cannot wait to talk about it, so let's get into it.
Hello and welcome to the Busy Bride podcast. I'm your host, Gabriella Marie, and I created this podcast to help you research vendors and learn valuable advice as you plan the most special and true to you wedding day of your dreams. Let's get started.
All right, Josh, do you want to start us off talking about our venue?
Sure. What do you want me to say? Where it is? What it's called?
Everything.
We will be getting married May 30th, 2026. Drum roll, please. At Wildflower on Watts in Honesdale, Pennsylvania.
Which is near Lake Wallenpaupack, because I'm sure that not many people are going to know where Honesdale is.
If you don't know where Honesdale is, you should. It's a great little town.
It's a teeny tiny town. I would like to say it's between like Poconos and Delaware Water Gap.
Yes, north of Scranton.
Yeah, northeast of Scranton, which is where Josh is from, where his family lives. We looked at how many venues before choosing Wildflower and Watts?
4 or 5, I think, right?
1, 2, 3, I think 4.
4.
And Wildflower on Watts was the second venue we looked at.
Yeah. And we immediately fell in love with it.
Oh, yeah. So this is a privately owned wedding venue. It's a family-owned venue. And even though I have been to so many incredible venues as a wedding photographer, so many beautiful venues, amazing staff, all of that jazz, I didn't want to get married at one of the places I had worked at. I don't know why. I just didn't. And I was very specific about a list of criteria that I wanted our venue to fall under. So one of the criteria is allowing outside caterers to be brought in.
That was a big one, yeah.
Because food is very important to us. I have quite a few food allergies. My family members have quite a few different food allergies. And Josh is a chef.
That's not true.
He's an at-home chef.
It's just a bona fide lie.
He's very good at cooking and baking. And loves food. Would you describe yourself as a foodie?
Yeah, I would say I'm a foodie, for sure.
When we go on dates to a new restaurant, how many times do you look at their Instagram and or menu before we get there?
I don't know, a few. That's how I pick restaurants, though, by if you got a good Instagram, I'm coming to your restaurant.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. So
or TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
TikTok or Instagram, I feel like those are the two that...
Yeah. So being able to bring in an outside caterer that we could choose was big for us because that's such an important thing to us for multiple different reasons. And this being a...
Flexibility.
Yeah. And so this being a privately owned, family-owned venue, they don't have catering staff, so you have to bring in an outside caterer. So that was awesome. That worked with what we wanted.
Yeah.
Another thing that I wanted out of a venue... You okay? Yeah. For those of you listening, Josh just smacked his hand. Another thing I wanted out of a venue for our wedding day was a lack of rules in relation to timeline. There are lots of wonderful wedding venues around Philadelphia who have their couples and their weddings abide by certain rules. For example, there are some venues around here who only allow you to enter the premises of the venue 2 hours before the ceremony, which just means you have to do your hair and makeup and the whole getting ready portion of the day somewhere else. Other venues will give you 1 hour after the ceremony or reception ends to clean up all your decorations because they have a wedding the next day and everything needs to be gone. And I didn't want to abide by either of those types of rules. Something I really want for our wedding day is a very relaxed feel. I don't want to feel rushed at all. I don't want to feel stressed at all. I want to be able to feel like I've enjoyed time with so many different important people on our wedding day.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you agree with that?
Flexibility. I think that's the word of the podcast.
Flexibility. And so with this venue, Wildflower and Watts, they have a wedding package for like the main season of the year, which our wedding falls into, where you have the venue from noon on Friday to noon on Sunday, which means you can, since it's like a 3-ish hour drive from Philly, 2.5, 3?
Yeah, 2.5, 3. Call it.
We'll be able to travel there, drop off all of our decorations, all of the stuff that we'll have on Friday, the day before the wedding. Just have it there and ready for when we need it and not have to worry about that until later. We could also have our rehearsal dinner there.
Yeah, right, which we are going to. And like, if we need to set things up that night, we could also do that.
Absolutely.
So that's flexibility.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the morning of the wedding, day of the wedding, when we were doing our tour, Bethany, who we'll talk about a little bit more, she told us that if we wanted to be there at 6 a.m., she would be there with a smile on her face.
Which we will not be there at 6
we will not be there at 6 a.m. But it's nice to know that we don't have to like wait until a certain time to get there on wedding day, which gives us flexibility in our timeline and how we structure that. And then that means when we leave the wedding that night, none of our loved ones have to worry about picking up our decorations because we will have a coordinator there, came with the venue package. But even with a coordinator, there's so much that you bring to a wedding. It's quite impossible to get it all together without feeling rushed or stressed that night after the wedding ends, after you've partied in the dance floor for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I didn't want our family members to have to deal with that. So we have until noon the next day to pick everything up. And so that was a big part of it too.
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah. So those are the main things I was looking for. And an outdoor
ceremony.
outdoor ceremony.
That was huge. Also, I feel like a lot of the venues we did tour were like you were kind of just like another number, like another spoke on the wheel.
Yes.
So to say.
Yes.
And this one, it's like they care about your story and your day, and not that the other ones don't, but this one, Bethany made us feel like it was a very special place.
Well, yeah, because they're a family-owned venue, they have the capacity to do that. And with their packages being weekend long, that means they only have one wedding per weekend.
Right.
Some of these other venues who are
they're pumping out weddings every day.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
In peak wedding season, like that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So I understand why
absolutely
have to do that, but
yeah, but that's something that we really appreciated when we toured this venue. We immediately felt like they were, before booking, they were already invested in our love story and our wedding day.
Right.
Yeah. So the outdoor ceremony space.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I knew I wanted to get married outdoors.
The venue in general is spectacular.
Venue is spectacular.
Highly recommend. I mean, we didn't get married there yet, but
so far so good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Mhm.
The outdoor ceremony space.
Outdoor ceremony space. I kind of want to walk through like what the venue walkthrough was like for us, because that's a big part of it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So, in describing the venue, it's a white barn, but it's modern inside. It's not a barn, if that makes sense. So the outside is white. The inside is huge. The ceilings are so high. And there's skylights in the ceilings. There's windows all around. So there's lots of natural light coming in. There's a loft area, which is really cool. The ground is gray. The walls are gray. And that may not seem like a big deal to anybody else, but to a photographer. Sometimes barns that have orangish wood around, like all over floor, ceiling, and walls, can cast an orangish hue onto everybody, except for when you use direct flash. it's just an editing thing. It just takes extra time to correct. Not a big deal, but I knew I didn't want my photographer to do that. So gray walls, skylights, big plus. And that also meant that there was plenty of space to allow for a backup plan in rain.
Yes.
Which was huge for you.
I mean, I think that's huge for both of us. You were pretty prone on a rain plan. I think every venue we went to was like, what's the rain plan?
Yeah, but I feel like you're definitely more of like a planner in that sense for like the backup plan.
Yeah, I feel like you always have to have a backup plan. You never know what the weather's going to be on that day, so
yeah,
it's good to have a backup plan for sure.
Yeah, but the nice part about that is like we could have the ceremony in the barn, and it's big enough that they could still have the reception set up on the other side of the barn.
Yeah, for sure, it's huge.
Like they have a whole plan. Like cocktail hour would be up in the loft.
Yeah.
So like guests are still moving from place to place.
The loft is really cool.
Yeah, you're not like stuck in one place the whole time. So that was big. So we loved that area, and there's like there's an area in the back that they call it the kitchen that the caterer can like heat up the food in.
Yeah.
Which is really nice too. And there's like a backdoor entrance that they can have to their truck, so the guests will never see them. Yeah, and it's
great cocktail hour space.
The cocktail hour space.
Outdoor bar.
So after the barn we saw first, we parked at the barn.
Yes.
Walked through that. And on the outside, this is a small detail, they have potted plants of ferns hanging from like the walkways. Next to the white barn walls. I love ferns so much. Okay. They're just beautiful to me. And so the ferns, potted plants with the white barn background was just really pretty.
If you like put a fern in a lineup, I would not be able to pick out a fern.
I'm gonna spit out my drink. I'll have to show you pictures of ferns after this.
No clue what a fern is.
Okay, it's like, you know when we drive to the Poconos and there's...
You're crying.
Yeah, we drive to the Poconos and there's like those little green plants that are kind of like...
I mean, sure.
Yeah. All right, no, I'll show you pictures of ferns.
Know.
Okay, love the ferns. Cocktail hour space. So the big barn doors, the main barn doors, go right to the cocktail hour space. So we're kind of going backwards for what the guests will experience, which is fine.
That's fine.
It's outdoors.
Cocktail hour space, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's this little lawn area that's flat.
I wouldn't say it's little. It's a good size.
Sizable lawn area.
Yeah, it's a decent size. I would say it's 25, 50 yards.
I'm so bad with estimating math like that.
Well, I just think about a football field.
Okay. Yeah, all right, 50 yards.
That's how
Let's
measure any type of space.
All right.
How many football fields is this?
You're so funny.
I mean, that's...
Yeah, it's probably 50 yards.
That's how my brain works.
Anyway, there's twinkle lights strung throughout from the trees and stuff, so that's pretty. There's space for lawn games, so we can bring cornhole. Yeah. Fun fact, Josh is elite at cornhole.
I'm solid.
He's elite.
I'd say I'm elite.
Yeah.
Shout out Larry.
Shout out Larry. There's like little tables for like barrel tables.
Yeah, those are cool.
And you can add in whatever you want, and there's an outdoor bar there as well, so people don't have to like go inside to get a drink. The bar is right there for them at cocktail hour.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and I knew I wanted an outdoor element in addition to the outdoor ceremony for the wedding day. And so cocktail hour being there, I think will be really nice. And there's umbrellas and stuff.
Yeah.
For shade. But yeah, that's nice. And the ceremony spot. It's so cool.
By far the best ceremony spot that we toured. And probably that I've seen. I mean, you do a lot of weddings. I've seen some cool ones that you've done, but I'll let you get into it.
I think the experience of this ceremony spot
just the walk
is the coolest.
Yeah.
So the venue is called Wildflower on Watts. Watts is the name of the road that the venue is on. The wildflower aspect comes into the name because of this venue spot. So the ceremony spot itself has a bunch of like wooden arches, like triangular arches in a row, and that forms the aisle and the back arbor. So that's a really unique setup. I have never seen that before and the guests are kind of like seated around in a semicircle on either side. So the post should not obstruct the couple. It might obstruct, like if you're sitting on the groomsmen's side, it might obstruct the bridesmaids' faces on the other side.
I don't think so.
But like
I think the way,
only in some seats, but not the couple you can still see.
yeah, and I think the way they do the seating, you could see everything perfectly.
Yeah, and because it's a flexible venue, we can do the seating however we want.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll make sure that
there'll be no obstructions.
yeah.
I have full trust in Bethany.
But the walkthrough is pretty cool, and you can kind of decorate and put flowers and white
whatever.
cloths and stuff.
Keyword, flexibility.
Yeah. But the walk to get to the aisle in May and June, and we're getting married in late May, the walk to the venue, to the ceremony spot with the arches, is a winding path of grass that's mown through a field of tall grass spotted with wildflowers. So, like when I walk down the aisle to marry Josh, my dad's going to be walking me through a field of wildflowers.
Yeah,
and I think that is so cool and so special. And then when we're newlyweds, right after we get married, our walk back, we're going to have a couple minutes to ourselves after the ceremony to like kind of, be like, oh my gosh, we're married.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be walking through the winding path of wildflowers.
And it's like a pretty far, I wouldn't say far, but it's like a pretty good walk. Like
it's not like
your normal aisle that you just walk down. It's like a windy, kind of like, not a figure eight, but like an S shape.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
It is cool. And I think that'll be a really cool moment to kind of like have some extra time to soak in the fact.
Oh, yeah.
Walking down the aisle, oh my gosh, I'm about to get married. And walking back with you,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're married.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of the ceremony spots that we looked at, it was a pretty short walk. So this one, you can kind of like take everything in as you're walking down the aisle.
Either short or not scenic.
Yeah.
Just like around a building or something.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about that. And it's in a beautiful spot. I mean, Lake Wallenpaupack, Holdensdale area, there's Poconos trees everywhere, lots of outdoor space for photos, good amount of shade for during the day photos. We'll be able to sneak out at sunset if it's sunny.
Yeah.
Great spot for photos. I'm very excited to see what our photographer does that day. But yeah, that's our venue. And I think the biggest, besides all of that we talked about, the flexibility in catering, in outdoor ceremony spot, and timeline, all of that, the person who gave us the tour, Bethany, I think she's the manager, you think, of the venue?
Yeah, she's the one that's like runs the venue.
She and her husband run the venue. They're great.
Yeah, she's amazing.
They're amazing.
She was like a huge factor in us picking the venue. Obviously, it's beautiful and we wanted to get married there, but there are some other venues that we toured where the people were, again, kind of just made you feel like a number or spoke on the wheel. And Bethany did not make us feel like that at all. She made us feel like we were like part of her family and really cared about our day. So.
Yeah. And like a wedding is a big deal for everybody, obviously.
Yeah.
And everybody feels like their love is so special and deserves to be honored and have their wedding day full of intention. And I felt like she made it clear to us that they would make that happen for us. Yeah, and like, I mean, I tell all my couples this when they book me for photography. The vendors that you hire for your wedding day are the people that you are entrusting to run your wedding day for you, because you're not running your wedding day, you're experiencing it. And so choosing her as our like venue person, even though it's like not a venue person, it's a venue place.
Yeah.
But we'd still be in contact with her. Like, I trust her to run our wedding day well and to care about us and our day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And she sent us the cutest little welcome box. I was so not expecting that from a venue. I send all my couples who book a little welcome box before their wedding to, like, I don't know, welcome to married life, I guess. And I wasn't expecting our venue to send us one, but she sent us a little care package full of little treats from around Honesdale, where the venue is based.
Yeah.
And that was so special and sweet, and I loved it.
That was really cool, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to start the coffee tomorrow, so.
Sweet. I already had some of the chocolate. It was awesome.
Yeah. So that's that. That's our venue, Wildflower and Watts. And our May 30th, 2026 is our wedding date. Crazy.
Yeah, it was great. Coming soon.
I know. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate your time. Now go hug your person, and I will see you next Wednesday.